Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 3 of Mobility Mondays, and today we were deadlifting in the gym. So we began with this particular mobility drill. This is a hip flexion drill that I like to employ when I know I'm going to be deadlifting. It just helps me get into that nice low position without rounding my lumbar spine. So we're just simulating here that kind of bottom position of the deadlift on one leg at a time. And from the front view, you can see I'm trying to get my foot outside of my hips to kind of simulate that sumo stance. I can't go crazy wide, obviously, because I wouldn't be able to keep my hips square. And all I'm doing is just letting my upper body kind of fall towards the floor. You feel a very nice stretch in the upper hamstring and in the whole hip capsule. And now I'm going to start to hold my foot in place and just tilt the foot out to the side to get that external rotation. What a lot of people make the mistake of thinking, guys, is that your ability to keep a neutral spine when you deadlift purely comes from your hamstring mobility and flexibility. And whilst that is one of the factors, it's not the only factor. So what you've got to factor in is that external rotation, that internal rotation, and the ability to flex at the hip, and all that kind of hip capsule being loose enough that when you flex at the hip, you can get good range without having to compensate with your lumbar spine. So we're just finishing up now from the front view. I'm just going to switch around to the side view so you guys can kind of see exactly what it looks like from the side. It looks a little bit, I have to say, it looks a little bit kind of contortionist from the side. You'll see my lumbar is rounding. Don't worry too much about that if that happens with you, because I can assure you I'm still feeling a massive stretch in that hip. And you can just see me doing a little bit of working the corners there, which is a Kelly Starrett-ism. Just kind of rotating through my hips to kind of change the angle of attack, so to speak, to really flex. But you can see now I'm getting really good hip flexion. Obviously, I'd never be in that position in the deadlift, but it's just, the more the better, really, because it's going to enable me to get into good positions. And then just finishing off by kind of leaning into it at the front and stretching out the hip flexor on the opposite side. Okay guys, so now you can see what this is all in aid of. You're going to see me here perform my set of 5 deadlifts, and just watch for that bottom position, how now through the mobility work I'm able to sink and then lock that T-spine in place, lock that lumbar spine in place, nice and neutral, and so there's no kind of wasted energy as I pull the weight off the floor. I'm able to engage my hamstrings, engage my glutes, minimal work from the lower back, and that leads to a nice tidy pull off the floor. And then once it clears the knees, those hips come through and we lock out just like we always do. So guys, get your mobility work done. It can really help you with your lifting, especially lifts like the deadlift. Makes you stronger. As always, guys, this is Paul from Get Yours Online Training and Nutrition. Goodbye.